Hi, I'm Scott Patsko with the Northeast Ohio Media Group, and welcome to another football preview video. We're here with St. Edward. We have Coach Rick Finati, along with players Andrew Dowell and Ben Gauthier. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Last year, you go 11-2. You reached the state semifinal. I know the goals are usually higher than that, I would imagine, especially for a team that has such sustained success over the last few years. But coming away from a season where you didn't reach the top, what do you want them to take away from that?
Well, I think it's all about opportunities and capitalizing the opportunity at hand. And one of the things to mention, we had a senior class last year that really stuck together and brought along, played a lot of young guys, a lot of young juniors. These guys, it's the first time playing varsity football. I thought our seniors did a good job, showing them the way, bringing them around the ropes. They played some big games, won some big games, and when it comes down to that final one, I think you take a couple things away. Look at his coaches, what can we do better to make sure that we manage our guys' energy that time of year. Every game we have, especially this year with the schedule we have, it's highly competitive, and we're competitors. We want to win every single game that we play in, but most importantly, we want to win in November and December. So, so we're coaches, players, we're all working together. We communicate well with each other about different ways. We want to hear from the kids, and what do we have to do better? What did you guys take out of it? And I think a lot of it comes with any life lesson. It's maturity, and then also capitalizing on that opportunity. And we know they have it in them, and our hats off to Mentor the past 2 years. They've done a great job. Coach Tripp's done a great job. Now, we feel like if we do what we have to do to be successful at St. Edward, and we take care of each day, that we'll be as and more successful.
Andrew, when you look at what you guys have done in the offseason, where it's been camps or the weight room, has the attitude been any different from the last couple of years?
Yes, sir. We after we lost that game against Mentor last year, we tried to take that feeling and harness that feeling and that feeling of like regret and all that stuff and put it into every rep and every workout that Coach Finati has us doing and we've been instructed to do as a team, so we can continue to get better and pass that goal and our expectations for next year.
I want to put you on the spot, Ben, but is it state championship or bust for St. Edward?
Well, every year our goal is a state championship, but we're going to take it one game at a time, and we'll see where it goes from there.
You have a lot of key players, at least players who played big roles last year, coming back. So when you look at offense, defense, special teams, what are the strengths of this team this year?
Well, I think the strength comes from who's returning, and that happens to be the skill areas, But not only are those guys returning, Andrew was running back last year. Now we're asking him to do more. We're asking him to play some safety, continue his role on special teams, and also run the ball. Ben played most of his games last year at offensive line and played some at defensive line. Now we're asking him to do both well. So, each year our seniors, I feel sometimes it's like, okay, you guys did great, but now there's more to it. There's more, and it's just the way they've taken the challenge. They've taken it tremendously. They've accepted this challenge and to be a St. Edward player. And I got to give Ben credit. I think that's really the motivating factor. You just got to take it one day at a time. Get better today. And tomorrow, we'll worry about it tomorrow. Get better tomorrow. Take it day by day.
So on the flip side, then, what's the challenge this year? What things you have to, are you concerned about, shoring up before the season starts?
I think the number one thing is just making sure we're all on the same page. Always looking for the team chemistry, looking for the gel. And on the field, can the two-way guys, can they handle themselves well? Can they produce in those particular roles? How do I manage, the different guys carrying the football and throwing the football on the receivers and just managing personnel? And number one, I think for any team like ours at the state, at this level, is just staying healthy. That's a big thing. Staying healthy, and also too, playing our brand of football and worrying about St. Ed's, because, we always feel we can't let St. Ed's beat St. Ed's.
I asked this of most of the teams, what games they have circled on their schedule, and I feel it's kind of redundant maybe to ask you guys that, because I have a feeling I know the answer. Is it safe to say that St. Ignatius is the game that you want to most play every year?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we always looking forward to the Ignatius game. But like Ben said previously, we take a game at a time, and this year we're fortunate enough to open up against a great team in Gilman Academy, which I think is supposed to be on ESPN the first game. So we're looking forward to that, and we're building towards that in this offseason.
What would mean more to you, beating St. Ignatius or getting a rematch with Mentor in the playoffs?
Oh boy.
Yes, well, I'm gonna say that beating Ignatius, because we know that we're gonna play Ignatius. We're not sure if we'll play Mentor yet, but beating Ignatius.
They're on the schedule. Yeah. So, with a team that's had a lot of success like you've had, you're showing up in national polls. You have a lot of high-profile Division I recruits. We're doing preview videos of you. And is it a challenge to keep everybody's head focused on what you need to do and kind of, put all that noise in the background?
I think it's a challenge, and I always tell everybody, I think the lesser challenge would be try to play this schedule without those players, So it's like, they come a combination of both, and luckily we have great leaders and two examples here in Andrew and Ben. Kind of remind our teammates and through the effort, nothing is ever given, everything is earned, and we have to do that every day, and they push themselves well. Of course, there's times where young men lose their mind a little bit on where they're going, but a lot of that, I term that to stress. These are life decisions these guys are making on where they're going to school. For other people, like, it's easy, just pick. And there's a lot to it, the academic side of it, how they fit into with the coaches, the chemistry that they have with them. So we try to help them as much as it can, and sometimes it's up to the family, and we do that. And I think credit to our young men, they really do a nice job with the process and communicate well with their parents and the coaches, and they make some real nice informed decisions. And like I said, we can't control who puts us where in a poll. The only thing we can control is what we can control, and that's our effort on the field, and that's our determination. It's our work in the off season, and it's our work and how well we take care of each other.
All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming in and taking the time. We're looking forward to seeing you this season. That'll do it for this video. Be sure to stay here with cleveland.com for more coverage of high school football.